Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to get get more of what you want, and I'm excited to come to you today because we're going to be doing something pretty new here. Excuse me for the cough, but one of the things that I want to do, I want to go through a journey. I'm thinking about a year, but we'll see how things go and see how you all like the idea. But one of the things that I found out is that most people who want more time, want more freedom, more time, most cases they are spending all day on their computer, is that they are not organized, right? And so if your life is a mess, and I should say a mess, but you know what I'm saying. If it's clutter, if it's chaos, and you feel like, I'm not getting anything done, I'm not productive in what I'm doing. Part of the reason for that, part of the reason for you not getting that done is because of the clutter. And in this series, also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sharing with you some ways that you can outsource, some things that you can do in order to cut back on working so much and so that you can accomplish so much more. So without further ado, just, I'll introduce myself. My name is Rachel Kelley. I have been in the home business online entrepreneur for about 7 years now. And it has been a very interesting journey. And I decided to come from the place of working less and earning more because, that's what I did. I worked all day long and it seemed like I only accomplished so much. And one thing that I realized was that I was missing out on some of the most important things in life. And that's something that I want to avoid for you. I don't want you missing out on the most important things, but yet still I want you to make some money, right? So, and I want you to live. I want you to enjoy life. At the end of your life, I want you to be able to say, I did what I wanted to do. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into the content that I have prepared for you today. And I want to ask you, if you have any questions, there should be a Q&A box somewhere. Type in a question. Or if you have a comment that you want to share, feel free to do so. And what we're going to do is the material that I'm going to bring to you today is going to help you to get more time, to be less aggravated, to have better health, and to actually accomplish those things that you desire to do. Okay, so one of the things that many people do is they take on too many projects, right? So you have this project, that project, and eventually you're not accomplishing anything because you have too many projects. So one of the things that I want to encourage you to do is always ponder on whether or not what will be achieved by taking on that project before you actually take it on. And if it's something to your benefit and it's something that is a priority, then yes, go ahead and take the project on. If not, don't do it. And I'll give you a good example. My husband has written a book and he has asked me to help him with the book. Well, it has to become a high priority for me because he's my husband, because I want to help him in his journey. If it was someone else, then I probably would say, no, I can't do it at this time. Maybe you might want to go here or go there and kind of give them suggestions of where they can go. The next thing is, one of the things that I found out is that when there is chaos in your office, in your home, it represents a lack of caring due to the being overwhelmed, overloaded. It's too much. I can't handle it. So, it's easy to say, I don't care. It doesn't matter. The dishes can be piled up, the cabinets, cupboards all open, everything just laid everywhere. It's just a sign of caring. And not saying that you deliberately do not care, but it just becomes overwhelming. And so therefore what you do is you just kind of avoid it. And one of the key things in order to get through that is developing new habits. So my rule is put it back where you got it from. As even with my kids, a lot of times it's easy to come into the house with your keys in your hand and just throw it down somewhere. Well, if you identify a place for it, then you won't have that problem. You'll know that, okay, my keys always goes over here in this little bucket, right? And you want to do that with everything in your life. And so now what you're not doing is you're not spending a whole 30 minutes picking up or, allowing a week or 2 or 3 going by picking things up because you have a habit of automatically putting things back where they belong, right? So one of the things that I've learned is that systems are crucial. It's really, really important to have a system. And let's talk about let's talk about your home office, right? Because tomorrow I'm going to go into more details. We'll do like a excuse me, like a week by week segment of each area of your house. So this upcoming month, we're going to start a little early, but this upcoming month, like February and March, we're going to do your office because there's so many different portions of your office. So we're going to come together and we're going to work together. We're going to work this out so that you can actually get in your office, and it can be a place where you can get in here, you can work for a couple hours, get your work done, and get out and go enjoy your life. But one of the things I found out that systems are crucial. If you don't have a system in place, you'll just do anything. And just like, it may happen today or it may not happen today. Like if you don't plan, if your system is not to plan your week on like Sunday, then nothing happens, right? Because you didn't plan it. But if you put a system in place, every Sunday at this time, I do my planning. When I, get a bill in the mail, then I stick it inside of this folder. When I get a receipt, then I put it here. It's really, really important that you have a system in place. It is actually crucial, right? And, the key to all of this is a commitment to change. You got to make a commitment. Okay, I'm going to commit to do this regardless of whatever. I want my life back. I want to accomplish more. I want to work less. But as long as the clutter is there, I'm only going to work so much. So we want that for you as well. Okay, and a couple more points here. This won't take you long, but I think these are some really key things that is important for you to know. Okay, so let's ask the question. Let me ask you all while you're sitting here listening. Why do we get disorganized? Why do you think we get disorganized? I love to, let me see if I can get some feedback here. Why do you think we become disorganized? Let me see if I can go to my Q&A. Answer that question for me. Why do you think we get disorganized? Now, wait a minute, because this is really important. Okay. Well, while I'm waiting, let me go ahead and tell you why I think we get disorganized and what I've researched for. A lot of it begins with our thought process. A lot of times what happened is life, and I'll tell you from my perspective, this is what happened to me. I had children, life just, became overwhelming. when I started as a single person, I was the most organized person ever. Then all of a sudden kids came, marriage came, everything came. And all of a sudden, I began to take on too many responsibilities. And next thing you know, whoa, what happened? Everything was chaotic. So we get overloaded, distracted. Then it becomes difficult to think. It's difficult to be calm. All these things are taking place in our lives. And a lot of times we just take on too much. We're trying to do too much. We'll start a project, then we won't finish it. We'll go to another project, and so it really, really begins with understanding why you're doing it, and then changing it, just taking little bitty baby steps to change. And a lot of times fear stops us, because you're like, maybe you're looking in your office and you say, oh my goodness, I don't know how I'm going to ever straighten this out. So the fear of not knowing what to do actually stops you from doing anything. Instead, you want to get a plan together, a plan of action. Okay, I'm going to take baby steps. Today, I'm going to sort all these papers. Tomorrow, I'm going to put them in their files, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That should be in every area of your life. And you will find that you will begin to work less and accomplish more in your life. Okay, so, the older you get, I would tell you this because it's really, really important that you get a hold of this now, because the older you get, the worse it's going to get. It doesn't get any better. You stop and think about it. The older we get, it's like, we don't move as fast. We don't do as things as fast. So now if you have that on top of not being organized, now you have a big mess. So it's really, really important that, you get control of this and begin to shift into commitment process now instead of waiting until later when it actually, we don't want to be like 60 years old and our house is totally out of control, and, our family, if somebody comes and look at it or see us, or they don't want to come visit us because the house is a mess. So it's really, really important that you get control of that now. Okay, so when does the shift begins? It begins the moment you make a commitment to the process. And that's what we're going to do now. So in order to get started on your journey, I'm going to give you a homework assignment. And tomorrow is 2/17. I'm saying it's 12/12. Tomorrow is 2/17. So tomorrow is 2/18. It's February the 18th. So this is going to be a big challenge, but I know that you can do it. And even before I give you the assignment, let me ask you, how many of you have a vision board? I'm going to tell you why you need a vision board. How many of you have a vision board? Type in the Q&A box and let me know if you have a vision board, because the vision board is really, really important. Because a lot of times what happens is, let's say, for example, you you have you have had a long day, right? And you get in and maybe your office is a mess, or your home is a mess, your bedroom is a mess. And if you just have nothing visually before you to motivate you, then you'll just say, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then the next day coming, you'll say, I'll just do it tomorrow. But if you have a vision board, your vision board will give you the energy and inspire you to get up and get that thing done, right? So I really, really want to challenge you today to start thinking about your vision board, even if you have to right now. And I'm gonna let me say, even if you have to get a piece of paper and kind of like draw it out, right? But you can use like Pinterest to do a vision board. You can do like the old school way, which is like one of those big poster boards. Cut out some magazines and different things. Cut out pictures from magazines and paste those on with some glue sticks, and that could be a vision board. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And it doesn't have to be every area of your life. It could just be little things in the beginning. It can be pictures, it can be words, it can be anything that you want out of your life. What you're going to find is, for one, creating a vision board is a lot of fun, right? So create your vision board. And I'll tell you, a lot of people, I really got to stress this, a lot of people, they're given this exercise to create the vision board, but they don't do it. And the reason why they don't do it is because they don't know how to dream anymore. They've forgotten to dream, or they've never dreamed. Maybe they grew up in a really, really rough lifestyle. They had it really hard as a child, and they never thought dreaming was possible. And if you stop and think about it, how many of us as children, we started out with a dream, and for whatever reason, something came along and snatched our dream away? Well, my goal today for you is to bring that dream back alive, so that you can get more of what you want, right? And that's how you do it. The first thing is, thinking about who you want to become. And maybe you know who that person is, or maybe you don't. But if you don't, just attach to somebody else's dream until you get yours. Find somebody else out there that you see that they're doing something, you admire what they do. Attach to their dream until you can find your own. So I really, really want to encourage you to get in touch with your dream. And if you have problems with that, we can get on the phone, we can talk, I can help you through that, I can walk you through it and see if that might help or not. And so your assignment for today is going to be go get a piece of paper. This is simple. And just draw out what you think your dream is to look like. And then when we get closer to the weekend, actually I'll give you the assignment now, and then tomorrow on Monday we'll come back and visit it. I want you to, several things you could do: get some magazines, go over to Pinterest is another choice, and just start pulling some pictures of what you want your life to look like. Let me see if I can show you. Let me see. We go to Pinterest real quick. I don't want to make this hang out too long, but I do want to show you Pinterest and how you can do this. All right. Bear with me, and I'm going to, if you can't see my screen, let me know, please. Okay, it's Pinterest.com. Okay, so we're over at Pinterest.com, and this is how you can actually find out, kind of like what you want, or pictures. Like I just now went to Pinterest, and these shoes could be on my dream board any day, but I'm not going to put those there. But if you really dreamed about having those shoes, then you could take those shoes and you could put up on, and all you would need to do is you can create a board. Oh gosh, I'm doing the Pinterest training. Maybe if you guys want a Pinterest training, I'll do that tomorrow, and I'll show you how you can actually do a dream board with the shoes. But okay, let's say, for example, you just want to just find a picture. Okay, so I'm gonna say living. Say up here at the top is a search bar, and you can say beautiful. Oh, come on, Rachel, you can spell beautiful homes, right? And I'm going to do a search, right? Well, now this says home interior, exterior. I don't want that. All right, beautiful homes. And so Pinterest is going to go and pull out all of, oh, and I love this, this kitchen right here. That is gorgeous. I love that. So I would actually take that on my regular board and I would pin it, right? I would go to my vision board because I do have a vision board down here. Where is she at? My vision board. Okay. And then I would just traditional kitchen and I'll just pin it on my board, right? And send it down, right? So I send that to my board. So my vision board, you know, like here is my vision board. And these are the things that I want to do with my vision board. You know, if you want to come here every day and look at it, you know, I want to take my family to Disney, you know, here's Mickey Mouse. I'm gonna take my son to see Mickey Mouse. You know, here's a home that I found. There's a living room that I really, really love. You know, there's my dream car. You know, I want to take my husband to Honolulu because he's always talked about it. So, you know, here is, you know, kind of my vision board. So it's really, really important that you have something, whether you create it on Pinterest or whether you like, or you can do this. You can say, so you go, if you found that picture, right? You can right click, you can say save image as, and then you can say, I think that was a living room, you know, living room. And you can save it on your desktop. And it's just that simple. So then it would be on your computer and you can easily just go print it out, right? Go to files, print it out. So that is your assignment. I want you to, if you are not on Pinterest and that seems like something interesting to you, go ahead and sign up for Pinterest. Send me a message if you want me to do some Pinterest training. I'll be glad to do that as well. If not, you know, grab some magazines, get with some friends, you know, hey, let's do a vision board party. And then have each of them bring like, you know, 4 or 5 magazines and get together and start, you know, you can share your magazines, you can share your ideas. It would be a lot of fun. Hey, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Before I go, let me see if you have any questions. Do we have any questions? Do I have any questions for you all? Any questions? Okay, I'm not seeing, but of course, let me stop sharing the screen. Okay, let me look up one more place and make sure there are no questions. Okay, somebody showed me a cat. Okay, and I'm looking here and I don't see any questions. If you have any questions, send me a message. I'd be glad to help you. Let me make sure I don't have anything else I want to share with. Okay, so if you found value, please like, comment, and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, if you are looking for someone to join a team with as far as, you know, making more money online, I can show you how to do that as well if that's something that you're interested in. But for today, that is it. Tomorrow, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about really, really digging in and organizing your office so that you can accomplish more of what you want. Take care, my friend. It's glad having you on the Hangout today, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.